You ever regret killing someone? No, I wish it were that simple. It was a 3-year relationship, and I started to have erection difficulties. And we had different ideas as to what the problem was. She bought me Viagra, I bought her a treadmill. I mean, I think that's fair. I'm all about compromise. I'll eat a pill, just get on the machine, you monstrosity. And I do realize that monstrosity is not politically correct. It's plus-size person. I don't even know what plus-size means. Human plus elephant equals her? First time I ever heard that awful expression, I'm in a bar and I'm talking to a girl and she's really sweet. She's like 500 pounds, we're just talking. And I'm like, what do you do for a living? And she's like, I'm a plus-size model, which was kind of nice because then I could tell all my friends, like, yeah, I banged a model. You know, you just leave out the plus-size part. They're like, really? What does she model? Dome stadiums? And to answer your next question, yes, I do realize that I'm not a visual treat. I don't mind people looking for attention. I'm just sick of people in our country looking for attention, but doing it under the guise of social or political consciousness. Like this awful Muslim woman in Florida who sued the state because she wanted her driver's license photo taken with the veil on. What rational part of your psyche tells you that that will be an acceptable form of identification? Miss, we have to take your picture and put it on the license so if the police pull you over, they can identify you. Okay. No, they need to identify you in 2003 America, not as a stormtrooper in The Empire Strikes Back, stupid. And of course, her predictable, cliched response, well, I wanted things to be just like they are in a traditional Muslim country, which would be fine if I could beat her on a street corner with a stick. And while you're at it, hand over that clitoris. You won't be using that anytime soon. And here's the kicker. She wasn't raised in Yemen or Saudi Arabia. She was an American white lady who converted a couple years ago. Because you remember, after the '93 Trade Center bombing, it was all the rave. This middle-aged, fraudulent bitch, she just wanted attention. That's all it was about. She wanted people to walk up to her, hey, wasn't that you that I read about in the newspapers? You know, yeah. I'm surprised you recognize me. I believe in my religion. You know who else believes in their religion and only shows the slits of their eyes? The Ku Klux Klan. But if one of these retards wanted their license photo taken with a little hat on, you'd laugh at him. We're not taking your picture like that. You're dressed like a tampon. Get out of here. But because it's religion in America, we have to act like it might have some merit, you know. Because I am tired of this ethnic obsession we have in this country. I am so sick of hearing about your ethnicity. I am not concerned with it. I'm not impressed with it. You know, I have a lot of ethnic pride. Do you really? Die in a fire. I don't care. None. I'm Irish. I'm not self-hating Irish. I don't dislike other Irish people, but I'm sorry, I don't automatically feel connected to someone just because their grandparents also had sex in a field during a potato famine. It's irritating. People are just, we're all frightened. It's a lonely, awful world. We're floating around like a bunch of amoebas looking for anything to connect to, and ethnicity is just one more thing. Oh, are you Irish? Me too. I just don't care about it. You know who else is Irish? Colin Farrell. He's a millionaire who bangs models. I have to fly to Rio to pick up affordable prostitutes. What connection do we possibly have? And I'm not saying all ethnic things are awful. I love the Puerto Rican Day Parade, because you know where they all are. I was actually down south recently. I spent some time in Dallas, and I went to Dealey Plaza, where JFK was shot. Has anybody ever been to Dealey Plaza? It's really chilling, because it looks exactly the way it looked in the Zapruder film, except for the fact that the Stemmons Freeway sign is gone, and they have painted a white X in the road where Kennedy got shot. At least I hope they did that after, because if that was there the day of the assassination, somebody really dropped the ball, you know. Like the motorcade's coming. And because traffic is very busy on Dealey Plaza, so people will actually do this. When there's a red light, people run out and stand on the X and get their photos taken. And you stand by watching this thinking, you morbid tourist jizz bucket. You know, so it's your turn to run out and have your photo taken. And you create some kind of, you know, legitimate reason. Well, I'll show my children. And of course, it's embarrassing because people are looking at you, so you're trying to look like you're having a historic, like, reflective moment. You know, my God. But of course, my stupid friends are there, so I have to start screwing off, you know. I even did a little Jackie. And I almost had the greatest moment of my life in Dealey Plaza, because I walk off the X. Some stupid woman runs out, and her husband is kind of fumbling with the camera. And I guess she didn't realize that traffic is still busy on Dealey Plaza. She's standing there, and a car is headed towards her. And I go, let it happen. And her stupid husband obviously had no insurance on her. You know, he's like, honey, you know, she got out of the way. But how great would that have been? 2 people killed on that X. John F. Kennedy and some dumb bitch from Connecticut. Thanks a lot, everybody. You guys were very good.
Thank you. Jim Norton. Jim Norton. Jim Norton, yeah. Thank you. Yes. So, Jimmy, thank you. That was a great set.
Thanks,
and, Jim, I mean, obviously you're hilarious. No one's questioning your comedy. It's brilliant, funny. But how much did I want to kick your pretentious demand for a stool before you came on? When Bill Cosby, they came backstage to me, they go, Jim wants a stool. I said, oh, is Cosby coming on? No, Jim wants a stool. This ass calls for a stool and then puts his water. At least if you sat down and we could look at you as a pompous, reflective idiot trying to solve the problems of life.
I don't like the fact that the older you get, the more you look like Mr. Roper. That really is beginning to irritate me. Thanks a lot, everybody.
She's on the air.